Girls are fighting with their butts and boobs, at least in this new anime series called Keijo, and I hope I am pronouncing that correctly, although I haven't.
Keijo!
There you go, that one. So in Keijo, in the first episode, which aired on October 6th, protagonist Nozomi Kimanashi begins attending Setouchi Keijo training school. Several former judo students hone their ass and tit slamming skills, blasting opponents off floating islands called lands. Yes, they flirt with each other. Of course their swimsuits are sheer. Yes, it has dorm room shenanigans. It is a thing that exists in a world that is increasingly horrible and full of deplorable things, but don't just take it from me. Let's take a look at a clip right now.
The shaking booty. Boobs bursting to pop out. The fierce battle enthralls the audience and keeps them on the edge of their seat.
Keijo! Pew! This is awesome.
Okay, wait, so just to give you a little bit more background, and then I want to
Give me more background
Yes.
now.
So the women have discernible personalities from this article. So some people are saying that it's very sexist, but there are two sides to this. There is a story arc here. They talk about more than just dating and whatnot. They're fighting battle ladies, and also it was previously a manga. I didn't know what that meant. Can you explain that to me?
A manga is the written form. Like a manga goes from right to left. It's the Japanese.
And then now this is
a
a
Japanese
movie.
comic book.
Or
Yeah,
yes.
no, it's an anime now. So there's a distinction there. Mangas are, you read mangas and then you watch animes.
All right.
But they're like two sides of the same coin. Okay, I have so many thoughts about this.
Right, so as you guys can tell, Hassan is a big fan of anime, so
I love anime.
I want to turn it over to you right now. What do you think about this new show? Are you surprised that it is, some people are slamming it on the internet. Some people say that it is sexist, they don't like it. What do you think?
Classic Western opinion on something that is not meant for Western eyes, or it is, but like you need to look at it with an understanding of Japanese culture. Now, from our perspective, there are a lot more perverted shit going on in Japanese culture, okay? Way worse than this. If you look at it from a Jezebel perspective, you're gonna have a very hard time understanding this. Now, what this is called is fan service, okay? Animes, that's what it's called. Fan service is a concept that a lot of people criticize animes for, where they put like big boobs on women and then big butts and they have no personalities. And Hideo Kojima even made fun of it in Metal Gear Solid when they were constantly criticizing him for having no female characters that had a strong background with the exception of the boss. And then Metal Gear Solid also has heavy anime-driven roots, but it's a video game. And then he went and he created a video game character called Quiet, which was arguably the strongest character in the game, but her name was Quiet. She never spoke. She only moaned, and a part of her character, like a part of her personality or her character traits was that she couldn't wear any clothes because she was a flower, like kind of like a flower. She could only consume sunlight and water and engage in photosynthesis, so she had to keep all of her entire body naked, basically.
So do you think some of the response that we're seeing from sort of Western culture is just sort of a misunderstanding of what anime is and what this show is trying to do?
Well, look, no, I mean, this show is perverted. Yes, it's women fighting with their boobs and butts, but people like it. They want to consume it. And why, if it's not hurting anyone, why are you sitting around criticizing Japanese animes? Do you know what I'm saying? I always feel like there is, like, erotic art forms have been around for centuries, specifically in Japan, with very different styles. I mean, when you think about hentai and you think about tentacle porn, that shit comes from like the 16th to 14th, 16th century, like where the fisherman's wife is raped by an octopus. Like, these things have a very long-standing history, okay? Specifically in Japanese culture. So, coming at it from our perspective and just being like, I don't really appreciate that women are fighting with their boobs and ass, it's not up to us.
Yeah,
It's not up to us
and
to
I
decide.
appreciate the article that I'm taking this from is Kotaku.com, and they do a really good job of sort of acknowledging a little bit of the confliction that maybe some Western viewers will have, while still acknowledging that also it's a super fun show.
Yeah.
And should I feel wrong for finding this show fun, even though it is, the girls have these crazy bodies and whatnot. And that's something that, maybe we can talk about to a larger extent. It comes with any film or television show where you feel like some of the female characters are treated with sexist attitudes. But what if the show is super fun or the movie is super enjoyable? Does it ruin the entire movie for you? Especially looking back at, I would think of, really taking it back, and this is not anime at all, Marilyn Monroe's character in Some Like It Hot is, by today's standards, it would be totally panned by the critics. But I love watching that movie because to me it's a fun time. And so it raises, this sort of raised questions to me of, is it ever okay to turn off my feminist sensibilities just to enjoy something because I enjoy it and it's fun? And I think, sometimes I think it is okay as long as you don't only turn it off forever and then I forget that.
And then you're Lena Dunham.
Well, all right.
I just watched, I don't know what
You're on a Lena Dunham.
I know, I watched High Maintenance last night and they were shooting an episode of Girls in the episode itself, and Lena Dunham was like kind of stretching in the street, and it just stuck with me. I don't know why, and now I'm on a Lena Dunham kick. Lena Dunham's great, whatever. If you like Lena Dunham, you like Lena Dunham,
All right. Hassan.
You're wrong though,
Take
if
us
you
out.
do.
Take us out, man.
No, you take. This is your story. I don't like to do that thing where you
like
do you
switching it
take
up
over.
sometimes.
Okay, but we want to hear from you guys. Is this hentai? Is this unacceptable? Is this not unacceptable? Leave us your thoughts in the comment section below. I'm Hassan Piker. This is Grace Baldridge, and we'll see you next time on Pop Trigger.